Hello everybody, this is Fernando for the latest Ghosts and Spirits Encounters video. Once again, I'm doing another entry here from the reddit.com website, there from the subreddit. The truth is here, I'm on a roll here because some of these encounters that I've been reading lately are utterly fascinating but very creepy at the same time. Such is the case with this particular encounter that has to do with someone that apparently became possessed because they stepped on something slimy there in one of their areas, whatever their neighborhood was when they were returning home. It's fascinating but creepy because it makes you wonder, can it happen to you? Is this stuff for real? Is it made up? Who knows? But that's the whole point of sharing these particular stories, is because it's a great way for you to decipher afterward what you believe is real and then see what your own thoughts and opinions are. But it comes from a user by the name of The Palmist. They titled theirs as a long read on a recent possession case I've encountered. I'm going to definitely give my own opinions on this too. It almost reads like straight out of a TV series. So let's go ahead and let's share this entry here. And then again, I'd love to hear what your own thoughts are as well. So here's what they state. At the outset, I would like to specify that this story is developing as I write this. Hence, I apologize in advance if I cannot provide you with a conclusion. This happened to our house help's brother, whom I'll call M. They come from a very disadvantaged background and live in a slum area. This is the beginning. One night, M, who lives in Noida, Uttar Pradesh in India, was returning to his home after a long day of work at a factory when suddenly, he says, he stepped onto something slimy. Because it was a dark night, he was unable to see what he had stepped on. He didn't think much about it, but when he came home, his left leg, which was the one that had touched the slime, began to hurt. When he slept that night, he had a vivid dream where a demon-like creature was sitting on his left leg and screaming that, "I won't leave till I take your leg." He was taken to the local government hospital, which is free due to universal health care, but the doctors could find nothing wrong with him. Now, a few weeks later, as the days passed by, M grew more and more paranoid. He said he was able to see spirits and dead people. In one instance, he locked himself in a room and said that he can see demons dancing on the veranda and that they were shouting with glee that today we'll take you with us. The weirdest part is that that same day, a part of that roof collapsed. Now, a roof collapsing in these slums isn't unheard of, but it had collapsed in the same place where M had said the demons were dancing. Also, awareness of mental health is almost non-existent in these parts. A month later, as M's health was deteriorating, it was decided it was time to admit him to the hospital. Due to the paucity of funds, admission in a private hospital was ruled out. He was taken to the local government hospital in his native village of Safai. Safai has a reputed government hospital owing to being the birthplace of one of the ex-chief ministers. So it took 2 to 3 days post-admission, and M began to beg his family members to take him away from that hospital. He complained that he was being tormented by spirits of teenage boys who were crying that they had come for treatment to the hospital, but that their kidneys were removed instead. Organ trafficking, unfortunately, remains an issue in India, and government hospitals are notorious for indulging in these practices. Now, the current situation. Post-discharge from the Safai hospital, M returned to live in his native village for a while, but from there he disappeared one day suddenly. He has left no note or evidence regarding his sudden departure. A missing complaint has been filed in a local police station, but there has been no action from their end. The police is apathetic towards these cases, especially if the missing person is poor. Then that's it. That's everything associated from this user and the encounter that they're telling here. So let's talk about that here. Weird, right? Very, very creepy. As I mentioned earlier, it kind of reads like something from a TV series. Here you have a situation where this anonymous person who goes by the initial M stepped on something slimy as they were coming home from work one day, but they couldn't see it. That's the most frustrating part, because it was so dark they couldn't see exactly what it was, and so that leaves us to try to guess what it is. I have no idea what it could be. Like, what could be something that's slimy and is apparently not only attached to the paranormal, but is attached to demons as well. Whatever it was, and it happened right there on his left leg, that's when he in turn started going slowly insane. He started to see what he described as a demon-like creature sitting on his leg, and eventually it morphed into seeing several of them to the point that he could see them dancing on some veranda. And then right there, that's where the roof collapsed later afterward at that exact spot. And then even then, he was seeing not only those demons who were telling him that they were going to take him afterward, but also he apparently started seeing spirits of teenage boys there at the hospital that he was admitted at, where apparently they in turn had something really bad happen to them as well. All of this, again, culminating from one single instance, which was him stepping on that mysterious slimy thing, whatever that was, and then his life changed forever. Creepy stuff. Like, it's frustrating because you don't know exactly what it was, but you know the outcome. And if you're to believe this story here, apparently it's getting even worse to the point that he just disappeared and nobody knows where he's at and nobody knows what condition he's in, but no doubt it's at a worse one than everything from before. But let me know what you guys and gals think. I have no clue what this could be. I haven't heard of anything like that in terms of something slimy that could cause these kinds of possessions. I have no idea. If anybody has any more info on that, what could it be? Something physical that runs along those lines in the world of paranormal, then post those comments below. So, all right, everybody. Thanks again as always. Take care.